Hey, what's up everybody? It's Andrew here, and in this video, we're going to be going over product collection elements within HighLevel. We've got some great features to add on to the e-commerce element when it comes to building websites, organizing your products, and creating a better layout to show to your customers. Let me show you exactly how it works. Now, we all know and love the e-commerce feature within the sites and funnels section of HighLevel. We also know that we are pulling our products from the payment section at this products page. This is where we could import products from Stripe, add in things like names, images, things like that. But now we have an additional section underneath products. If you see that drop down, you see collections. So this is where we can manage all of our different collections for our products within HighLevel. You'll see that this feature comes with one example collection, but you can also create as many as you would like by clicking the top right-hand side. Whenever you do this, you can change things like the name, so you can change that. You can also add in images for your collection, which we'll pull from the media library. We're going to throw in this one. And then we also have our additional options for things like SEO, which is fantastic. So we can give our collections actual SEO names, which will help when it comes to our SEO meta tags within the actual store itself. We're going to give this a title, a description, and then we can also give it a handle. The handle will automatically pull in whatever you have the title set to, so that works perfectly. When you click add, you'll go ahead and create your new collection. Now, before we get going, adding this collection to our website, there's one very important step, which is actually adding products to that collection. So if we go to the products page, we can open up any of our products. For example, we'll click this one, and this is where we can add it to a collection. If we go ahead and scroll down, we'll see product collection within any of our products that we have imported from Stripe or created in HighLevel. And we can click this select or search for collection, select our collection, and possibly even add it to multiple. Once you've added any products you want to your collection, you can click save, and those products will now be a part of that collection that we just created and that we are about to add into our e-commerce store on our website. And once you have at least one collection created, you can go ahead and head over to sites and then open up your e-commerce site to adding collections into your e-commerce store. Now we've got this great e-commerce store, which we just imported from HighLevel's templates, and we're going to go ahead and edit one of the pages so I can show you the brand new collections element that you can add into your actual websites. Now, since this is an e-commerce element, make sure that whenever you click plus, you already have selected store and you have changed this website to be an e-commerce store. You only need to do this one time for sites that aren't currently set up as online stores. Once you click it, it'll go ahead and add in a new layout and give you access to those elements that are specifically for e-commerce. So once your website is set up to be an online store, if you scroll down to the bottom, you will see your store elements. We used to have only this little cart icon, which is what goes in the top right-hand side of our nav menu usually. But now we have our collections list element, which is a fantastic way for us to display our collections for our products within our e-commerce store. We're going to go ahead and drag and drop that right underneath our section, and we'll see right here that it comes default with 3 different collections. Now, these are dummy collections. These aren't real, so make sure before you launch your website, you have already changed these to the collections that you made before that I showed you in the previous step. Now, in this list, you'll see your 3 different collections on the right-hand side when you're editing this specific element, and you see your dummy collections come with no collection actually selected. We're going to go ahead and select that test collection that we selected earlier. There our image pops up as well as our title. And then we can also move these around and change the order if we would like to. We can also add more collections by clicking the plus icon, which will again add in one of those dummy collections, and we can modify that by selecting our collection that we changed before. But for this example, we're just going to stick with our one test collection. Now, whenever you create these, you can see a couple of different settings. For one, you have all the same margin and padding settings that you can use to move around the collection on the actual website screen. We also have all of our color options that we have in normal elements, things like our headline text color, our collection text color, as well as our background color for this collection itself, so we can change that to whatever we would like to. We also have underneath that our font options, so we can change our fonts similar to any other element that we have within the website builder, and that's both for the heading and the collection name. Keep in mind this is the heading right here, and the collection name is right down here. We can also change the heading font size as well as the collection name font size for desktop and mobile, similar to any other elements that we have within our website builder. And at the very bottom, we can change the name of our collection headline to whatever we really want. And underneath that, we have our layout options, which allows us to change the number of columns on desktop and mobile, which is super helpful. So for example, if we have 2 more collections and we're showing 3 right here, we can change this to show on mobile a maximum of 2. We can either have 2 or 1. I personally like 2 because it lets us save some space on the mobile version. And on the desktop version, we can increase that all the way up to 5, which will add 2 more collections on the right-hand side for when you have multiple collections. Also in the advanced settings, we can change things like the border thickness, the border color. So if we go ahead and add in a border, you can go ahead and see that drop in right there. We can also change the radius, similar to lots of other settings that we have within our elements in the website builders. We can also change the border style. We can also change our shadows within this section. Obviously, after making any changes to this, click save and publish in order to have this published and live on your e-commerce site. And of course, be sure to create more collections so you can obviously organize your products in a way that makes your products more appealing to any of the users on your e-commerce store. Now, when your website is actually live and you're looking at your collections list element just like this, keep in mind whenever you click a collection, all that essentially is going to happen is it's going to head to a hyperlink, which is going to show you the products that are within that collection. So this is the one product that we have within this test collection, and that's the only one that's going to show on this page. Also, if you ever forget what link your collection is actually tied to, if you head back to the payment section, then back to collections, and then click edit, you can actually view the collection link by clicking additional options, and you'll see right here your collections/test collection. That is our link for this collection. And keep in mind, you can also have this on multiple sites if we have multiple sites within this one sub account. So that's why we just have this ending handle for our collection/test collection, because that's the link for any site that it's on. Last thing I really want to drive home is how important the SEO title and description are for your collections, especially if you're running a really large e-commerce store. Having an accurate SEO title as well as an accurate SEO description that uses up as many of the characters as possible so that search engines will actually register your collections. So if we just kept this title and description as rings for men, that might be good, but it might be better to have something more specific. So whenever somebody searches that up, we're the ones that come up in search engines. And by sending them straight to a collection rather than just a product or a homepage, we have more control over the user experience and making sure that we send them to the correct products that are going to best fit them based on what they're searching for. If you use GoHighLevel for e-commerce and online stores, this is a super handy feature and I personally love it. So I hope you can get a lot of use out of it. As always, I appreciate you watching this. And if you have any questions, then just drop a comment. Thank you.